Okay, so the second assignment for this week in U.S. history is the causes of the Cold War project. After World War II, there was a clear line drawn between the Soviet Union and the United States. They were allies during World War II, but after World War II, or even towards the end of World War II, it became clear that they didn't have the same goals as far as the world alignment and just how countries should be started up and how countries should be run from here on out. There was a lot of countries, as you saw from the map project on the last assignment. There were a lot of countries that had to kind of start over. They had been taken over by Germany, and the ones that were kind of freed by the United States were becoming democratic, and they were capitalist countries. They could choose their own government. The ones that were freed by the Soviet Union, they were coming from the East, and the United States was coming from the West. The Eastern European countries that were freed by the Soviet Union, they were freed from Germany. It was clear that the Soviet Union wanted them to not have a free choice. They wanted them to be communists like the Soviet Union was, and therefore they became kind of satellite countries of the Soviet Union. So this project, the Cold War, is not an actual war. It's a series of wars that were caused because of this kind of difference between countries becoming democratic or becoming communist. So there were wars like the Korean War and the Vietnam War that happened during the Cold War, kind of as a result of the foreign policy that the United States had and the Soviet Union had. But it wasn't an actual war between the Soviet Union and the United States. There were several times that the United States and Soviet Union came really close to war, like the Cuban Missile Crisis, but they never actually went to war against each other, which was good because both countries had huge stockpiles of nuclear weapons that were aimed at each other during the Cold War. And really, if the actual war happened between the United States and the Soviet Union, it would have been a Third World War, and it most likely would have resulted in some type of a nuclear action against each other. So that kind of prevented there from ever actually being a war. So the nuclear war threat was kind of a good thing in a way, because both sides knew that if they went to war with each other, directly with each other, that a nuclear war might break out, and that would be bad for the entire world. And neither side wanted that. It was just always a threat between each other. So the main task of this project is to review the main causes of the Cold War. You're going to watch several videos, you're going to be reading, and then you're going to develop a narrative that details a course of events both during and immediately after the war that could have diffused the tensions and avoided 45 years of discord. Sorry, that's my son. You're going to produce a presentation that creatively outlines your main points. So you're developing basically just an outline, a narrative with a series of pictures. I want pictures. You can use maps, anything, charts, maps, anything visual, and also do your own writing during and immediately after the war, after World War II. So things that could have happened after World War II that would have diffused the tensions, that would have stopped the United States and the Soviet Union from basically becoming enemies. For the 45 years after World War II. You're going to create this presentation. You could use PowerPoint, you could use presentations in Google presentations, you could use Prezi, anything you want. But it has to be a presentation. Okay, so there's several different websites out there, and I'll give you some more websites later that you could use. Some more resources that you have at your disposal. Here's some review of tensions during immediately after World War II that ultimately played a role in causing the war. So basically, by reviewing these things, you get an understanding how could tensions that have been avoided, in your opinion, when you do your presentation, from these different incidents that happened after World War II. Okay, so review these. There are some links here. There's links in each one that you need to go to. For the issues surrounding Poland and Eastern Europe, you could Google that. So you could just Google issues surrounding Poland and Eastern Europe during the Cold War. You could Google that and you can find the information on that. The U.S. development of the atomic bomb, there's a link, and the American Marshall Plan. You need to understand what the Marshall Plan was. There's a note here. While most of the major tensions between the United States and Soviet Union surfaced during World War II, some of the roots of the conflict stretch back even further. This lesson only discusses World War II and its immediate aftermath. Okay, so research the background of the topics listed below, listed in step 1, including how each topic created tension between the two nations. Determine potential solutions to each individual topic and the overarching mistrust that developed as a result of such larger group of factors. Create a narrative that outlines and explains what steps the United States and Soviet Union should have taken to avoid the Cold War based on the things that you researched up here. Develop a creative presentation of your narrative. If possible, you should utilize a multimedia tool using images and available video. You could do that in a PowerPoint, a Google presentation, or a Prezi, especially a Prezi video, a Prezi presentation. You could use all of these different things. So you need to have multimedia tools. You need to have images, videos, maps, different quotes, all the above, all the things that I'm mentioning. Okay, page 3 here. There's video clips for all these things. So you put it over it, there's video clips for all these different issues that were going on during the Cold War, or different incidents going on during the Cold War. There's internal and external web links. Okay, and then you submit on this last page and put it in the Dropbox, your Prezi. You give me the URL for your Prezi or your PowerPoint, you upload and put it into the Dropbox. Okay, and I'll give you some more resources later that you could use for your project. I'll put them into the assignment. All right, that's all I have for you on this video, and this will be in the presentation that I have for this week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.